Hi, welcome to another episode of Rick Eats Delis across America. Today, we are here in Chicago, Illinois at the iconic Manny's Delicatessen, which is really one of the classic delis of the country. So I'm very excited to try this one out. Since 1942, Manny's has been here, and let's go in and check it out.
There is plenty of seating in Manny's, so unlike some other delis like Katz's in New York, you don't have to worry about finding a table once you get your food. Manny's is also a big political hangout. Someone said that besides City Hall, the best place to see politicians in all of Chicago is at Manny's. All right, Manny's has a cafeteria set up, which is kind of a red flag because nothing is better when it's sitting out for hours at a time. And also you get a lot of foods like spaghetti and beef stew that don't belong in the deli. But they do a pretty good job of including foods that can sit for a while. And the sandwiches aren't sitting, so all's okay.
You want a half sandwich?
Half sandwich, I want half corned beef, half pastrami, half
Whole sandwich.
Half of each.
Side by side.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
Yes, you are right. You're the man. Thank you.
Yikes, another red flag. The potato pancakes and the pastrami are both sitting out. The best thing about the cafeteria style is getting to watch Gino exercise his 42 years of muscle memory. Making a sandwich, he knows exactly where everything is, and he knows exactly how much corned beef to slice per sandwich.
You got some chopped liver?
What the hell do you think?
Yeah.
At a Jewish restaurant.
I'm
Iron Man go up and sugar that, huh?
it's a little crazy, but this is one of my
Yeah.
my big stops here. Look at that. Thank you,
You know
sir.
what? That's a big deal. It really is. It's like this.
Beef half pastrami sandwich. Latke comes with it. The chopped liver. Matzo ball soup. Creamy coleslaw. Of course, the Dr. Brown's. Pickles come with it. The latke, I think, comes with the with the sandwich. Take a look here. We got the matzo ball soup. Again, just matzo ball and broth. No chicken, no onions or celery. Let's go in and take a bite. Good matzo ball. I think it's made with schmaltz. You can taste that chickeniness in the matzo ball itself that you don't get with just regular oil. The broth is also very good. Good salt content in both. The matzo ball has just the right texture between something that's too light, too dense, but again, it's that good chickeny flavor I think that comes through. So it's a good version of a matzo ball soup. Let's try something else. Here's the pastrami. It's good pastrami. Again, it's thin cut, which is not my preferred way. I prefer slicing it thick across the grain. But obviously this is easier to do. You don't have to quite have the knife skills to do these two order across the grain. Easier to shave it. Now let's try the corned beef, which is famous. See that there? Corned beef. Again, thinly sliced. But this is two order. That was good corned beef. Really tender. Not dry. Enough fat to keep it moist. The rye bread is good. Holds up well. Doesn't merge with the meat. Doesn't fall apart. Wow. I could eat the corned beef. It's interesting, the places in the Midwest, so far I've been, handles their corned beef, I think, better than the pastrami. I think New York is different. I think LA is different. Pastrami, to me, is still the king of the deli meats. Just to show you the raw product, this is the corned beef. Again, you can see it's very thinly sliced, almost no fat. Here's the pastrami, a little warm, more fatty, decent bark on that. All right, now we're gonna try the latke that comes with the sandwich. See, the latke is, again, they're sitting there, not freshly made. Nice that they throw it on for free with the sandwich. You know, not bad flavor, and actually not as heavy as some of the other ones that have been sitting around. But not a great latke, because latkes can't be sitting around. Now let's try the chopped liver here. Good texture, not completely pureed, but soft enough so it's not identifiable, chunky. Pretty mild, good, well seasoned, just a good solid chopped liver. Let's try the coleslaw here, which it's a very chilled little dish because it's sitting in the fridge, it's self-served. You take a dish of potato salad or coleslaw or whatever sides you want. Very good, freshly made. Refreshing, not too heavily dressed, not too sweet. It gives you that hit of cabbage, a little sweetness. Overall, for Manny's, I would give a score of, let's say, I'd give it maybe an 8.3. Overall, it is a classic place. Some of the stuff is not freshly made to order, as you might find in a cafeteria setting, but a lot of it is very delicious. It feels like a deli. It feels most like a deli of the places I've been to thus far in the Midwest. There's commotion, there's people. It is 11 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, but people are here, and some are eating breakfast, some are eating lunch, but it feels commotion-y, and it feels like a gathering spot. It feels like the people here know and care about the food, and know and care that you enjoy it, which reminds me of my father and his deli, where we would walk around, and if you didn't take a bite in the first 5 seconds, he would say, "What's the matter? No good?" And of course, you hadn't yet even had a bite, or hadn't had time to have a bite, but he was already looking over your shoulder and asking you if it was okay. That's the kind of place that I'm looking for. That's the kind of place that the people, at least the classic guy behind the counter, gives off those vibes like a real deli guy. I really appreciate these characters at delis. Will give you a hard time or ask you a question. And that's really when you feel at home, I think, in a deli, is when the food and the atmosphere come together into this sort of big hug of love. Delicious. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Get out of here.